disciplining your kid because of bedwetting can be very traumatizing unless you know the person is intentionally doing it. And I don't think anybody in his or her right senses would intentionally want to bedwet. So this is the part 2 of how to stop bedwetting and my own bedwetting experience. Okay, so fast forward to, if you guys have watched the part 1, kindly share it to anybody that you know that bedwets, or anybody that you know that have friends that bedwet, or if you bedwet, kindly watch this video till the end as I share my experience and share what I did to resolve this conflict, this bedwetting conflict. Okay guys, so there were, fast forward to when I started my monthly cycle, you know, as a lady. So we had to look for ways. I tried out adult pampers, I tried out different things, the Macintosh, I tried. There was nothing I did not try, but it was still very nasty. You know, imagine the whole thing now when that's 4-5 days of your imagine still bedwetting. So it used to be very nasty, and I used to stay away from everybody. My mom used to like try to like put me together. I really thank God for her because she played a very big role in my stopping, in this nocturnal enuresis stopping. So you guys, fast forward to after the whole beating and everything, it did not work out. Even at some point, I remember vividly, my mom had to take me to one of my aunties that used to be termed wicked that time because she felt that, okay, maybe she's not disciplining me enough. Maybe that my auntie will discipline me and I'll stop bedwetting. You know, the whole forceful thing now. I went there, it was still the same. That my auntie, she used to discipline me, but I used to still bedwet. It's not like it's intentional, and that's why people that bedwet, they are very sensitive. You guys should not, please do not beat them. It's not their fault. It's not like they like it, they don't want it, they don't like it. It's embarrassing for them as well. It is 100 times embarrassing for them than it is for you, trust me. So beating them and being very harsh on them isn't going to solve it. In case it's not even going to make them alert or anything. You know, you just have to help them, always talk to them, always make them feel like, okay, it's going to stop, okay, just try your best. Always make them feel that way, because me, myself, I felt like I should start my life over again, and then God should just remove, I don't know, the bedwetting thing, because I did not feel like a child. I had a lot going on in my head, like, okay. So fast forward to after taking me to my auntie that used to beat me and I did not still stop. What else did they do? Okay, my mom started sharing you know, all these churches that share like their testimonies online, and also my mom always used to listen to their testimonies, share them with me, call me. She always pray for me every time. Like, if when I bedwet now, she'll now pray instead of beating me. So she replaced it with prayers. So she used to always share their testimonies, even if their testimony is not in line with bedwetting. She always say, key into this testimony, you're going to stop bedwetting and you're going to share your own story too. And I'll always be like, amen. But that amen was not coming from my mind, to be very honest, because after saying the amen, the next day I was still bedwet again. So what's the point? Like, you get. So the next day my siblings took turns to wake me up. You know, I told you we are 7 and we are like 5 siblings, of course, plus my parents 7. So they took turns to wake me up. If I sleep by 8 in the next 3 hours, so they, I don't know, I forgot how they shared it. I think 11, 1, 3, 5, like that. So they took turns. When this one wake me up today, and that one tomorrow, that kind of thing. So they had to even set alarm. Lo and behold, alarm was not even waking me up. Alarm, I was a very, very deep sleeper. Alarm was not waking me up. So my siblings had to do it that way. Since they would tap me, pinch me, use something, wipe me for me to wake up, they would do it. Do you know that before they still wake me up, I'll bedwet? If I sleep by 8, before 10, I'll bedwet. It's not like I did not bedwet before going to bed. I did. But it happened and there was nothing I could do. Okay, so now let's talk about... Okay, I actually even wrote it down, so I'm not going to skip any single thing. So there are certain things that I did stop bedwetting. Yes. The main four, I'm going to mention the main four, and then I'm going to mention some things I added in my routine. Okay, so the first thing was pray. Yeah. So in as much as I did not have so much faith while my mom was praying for me at the point, I feel like I know very well that the prayer helped, and yeah, the prayer really helped. Just pray. That's the only thing you can do. Violence is not going to stop that child from bedwetting. Violence is not going to stop you from bedwetting. You that is watching this video, you having to injure yourself, cry before you sleep, you know, is not going to help you. Just pray. That's the first thing you should do. And then minimize your water intake at night. Yes, minimize your water intake at night. You guys, you know, at some point if I at some point I how do I put it, I started taking bread a lot at night, thinking it was going to hold the urine. You know, people suggested different things. People suggested curry, cinnamon, what. People suggested a whole lot of things. Like I chewed curry just so that I will not have so much fluid. I will not have so much liquid in my body. Like I even if I'm hiccuping, I will not take water as long as it's night. I will not take water. So try your best to reduce your fluid intake at night, okay? Because the water you take by 6 or by 7, you might have to pee it out by 9. So yeah, that's how it works. Minimize your water intake at night. And then the next one, do not sleep in a very cold environment. This one I had to consciously discover it, you get. So I realized that when I'm cold, I tend to pee more. You get, when I'm cold, when I feel cold, even till now, when I feel cold, I tend to pee more. So you should incorporate having to warm up yourself. If you bedwet, if you have nocturnal enuresis, you should always try and be warm when you're sleeping. Do not turn on the AC to the highest because, or you can turn it on. No, you have to do it for your own good. It is a process, okay, and you don't have to rush it. And then the next one, I want you guys to know that it could be hereditary, it could be hormonal, it could be, you know, all these genetics. Maybe your dad used to bedwet and then he passed it to you. Or it could just even be a very casual case of just nothing, like my own, nothing was wrong with me. And then maybe you should have your bladder checked too if you bedwet, just in case, just to be on the safe side. When you have all these things checked, right, and you see that there's nothing wrong with you, and just then you can now start incorporating other things that I'm mentioning now to you. And then the next thing you have to do is rest every midday. It is going to reduce that tiredness. I remember I told you guys that I used to sleep like a dead person. You can carry me, I will not even know. You can carry me out of the house. How many times have my siblings done that? You can carry me out of the house literally, and I will not know. I'll just wake up and see myself out and they'll just start laughing. Do you understand? So try, if you rest, I feel like if you rest during the day, you'll be more alert at night. The main point of this thing is for you to be alert, you know. It's for you to be conscious. It's for you to know what's going on in your environment, not to be sleeping like, because when you overwork yourself during the day, at night you'll be sleeping like a log of wood. So just have that midday rest, you get, so that you will not be too exhausted. So now I'm going to be telling you guys things that I personally added to my own routine. Yeah, I'm going to be telling you guys things I added to my own routine. So after 5 p.m. I don't drink water. I don't drink water. My mom even advised me not to drink water after 5 p.m. So yeah, I try to drink as much water as I can before 5 p.m. So before 7 I would, you know, empty it out, so that, because then, like, especially for those of you that won't sleep early, you know, if you sleep late, maybe 6 p.m. is fine. Yeah, if you sleep really late, like maybe 11, maybe even 7 p.m. is fine. But for we the early, you know, sleepers, after 5 p.m. do not drink water again. Don't drink water. And I even remember when I was in the university, when I got into university and I was still bedwetting, I used to stay up at night. Like, I used to try and rest during the day. Even if during the day I'll still pee, but at least most of my roommates, and I used to stay in the hostel, most of my roommates were not around, so at least I could cover it up somehow. And they used to think that I like staying on the floor. Oh, I don't like staying on the floor. If you're watching this thing now and you're my roommate, then I don't like it. It's because I was bedwetting. So they just feel like, this girl is so like ground. And no, I was bedwetting. So when I sleep during the day, yeah, I try my best to sleep during the day. Then at night, even when the sleep is, I'll just stay awake. They used to even use me as alarm that time. Ella, please make me up by 2 a.m. Ella, please make me up by 3. And then I'll just have to wake them up. And that consciousness of them making me to, so I was now staying up, although it is not good, it's not advisable. But if it works for you, then I think you should use this method, because me, I used it too. Then another thing again was support from my parents. My parents were really supportive. If you have anybody around you that have nocturnal enuresis, aka bedwetting, please, the person needs your support. You don't have to be harsh. You don't have to be very harsh on the person. You don't have to beat the person too much. It's all those things will not even really help. It won't help at all. It will only put fear and cause more damage to the person's mental health. It's not good at all. disciplining your kid because of bedwetting can be very traumatizing unless you know the person is intentionally doing it. And I don't think anybody in his or her right senses would intentionally want to bedwet. It can be very, very traumatizing. I remember that time I used to get flogged, you know. God, I used to be scared. Like, ask my siblings till now. I used to be very, very scared. Like, if you just raise your hand, I'll just think maybe you want to flog me because of this thing I did that time. So it's not good. It's very traumatizing. Like, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. And it might even be from your own lineage. It might even be genetic. So if you have any cousin, sister, brother, auntie, uncle, whatever, nephew, niece that bedwets, please handle that person with care. Make that person know that you understand after watching this video. Yeah. Another thing, like I remember one time like that, I was with my siblings, and then they said, okay, we are going to, when we started this alarm thing, they were like, we're going to set alarm. I was like, oh yeah, that's true. So when I didn't know alarm couldn't wake me up, so they set the alarm, and then it was ringing. It woke every other person up. It didn't wake me up. They were now thinking I was intentionally not listening to the alarm, so they'll wake up and wake me up. Do you understand? And then now came, why are you? So when your child doesn't wake up with alarm, it is not their fault. Okay, it is not their fault. You just have to take it easy with the person. And some people also target spiritual, some people target demonic, you know. Some people will, Baba, calm down. It is not. It's just time to take. It's just time to take. Maybe it might be spiritual, but mine wasn't. You know, I did not believe it was. So some people suggest a lot of things. Just know that once you just tell somebody about your bedwetting story, they'll always have things to tell you. They always have things to say. Everybody wants to be a doctor in your case. But see, some people will say use honey. Some people will say chew gari in the evening. Some people will say cinnamon. A lot of things. I can't even remember. There were so many things, trust me. So many bitter things I took. Ew. I just remember some greenish things I took. But all those things don't even really work. You know? It don't really work. So these are the few tips that I have to share. And if you have any other question, I am open to answering you. I personally bedwetted like till my university, and that was where I stopped. That was when I stopped. I still stopped while I was in university. So if I can stop, then you can stop too. I hear some people say I'm 25, I'm still bedwetting, I'm 40, I'm still bedwetting. If you need somebody to always talk to, you can always send a DM to us. We are willing to talk to you. Me personally, I'm going to take it up and I'm going to help you through the whole process. Remember, this is a process and it needs patience, it needs perseverance to handle it. So if you have a child that bedwets, please treat that child with care. Okay, treat that child with care. And in my next video, I'm going to be talking about how the effects that bedwetting caused and how I was able to handle the effects. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment.